Alright, guys, I want to give a little bit of education here as to what a protest is, what's in between a protest, and what an actual riot is. Uh, a protest is a something that one has to pull a permit for. There has to be if it's a parading, moving protest, the route has to be given. Where are you going to go? When are you going to start? When are you going to conclude? That is a protest in the United States, in all 50 states. A unlawful assembly is where a group of people just get together and get in the middle of a damn street or do something to hamper traffic or an area. That is an unlawful assembly. At the point to three or more, cause any type of violent activity such as destruction of property, which includes graffiti, or the destruction of cars and such, but bursting of windows, hitting or throwing rocks or concrete or things like that. At people, then you are in what is the definition of a riot. This used to not be allowed in the United States. I'm a product of the 60s, more or less, and even the dirty, rotten scoundrels then were met with severe reciprocated violence when they got out of line. Kent State University is one of them. When you go to casting, you go to hurting other people, and you go in assault mode, destruction of property, your ass deserves to be shot. However, it's been portrayed in the school systems that when the authorities are fighting back or protecting other life or others' property, you've been told that was all wrong and that these things were protests and what's normal for a free society, and it's not. You will have chaos and anarchy. So what is going on in the U.S. right now is not mostly peaceful protest. It's none of this shit that you're hearing. It is violent rioting. We had this shit over that idiot George Floyd in 2020, a guy that stuck a pistol to a pregnant woman's stomach and threatened to kill her and her baby. A raging lunatic drug addict that had more priors than Charles Manson. And you can't fall for this mess, and you can't fall for it. And we now, after seeing all the flag burnings of U.S. flags while they're raising their country's flags, we are advocating for everyone to be sent home, even probably up to 60% of the green card holders from these countries that have participated in this mess. They need to go home too. Not all of them, but every person that has had asylum stopped on them, revoked on them, and probably a little over half of green card holders need to be sent away from the U.S. This is a national emergency. Trump needs to do more. These riots are spreading into Texas now. They're in New York. They're going to be in every liberal city. The full force of the government needs to come down on these people to protect those of us whom are citizens. of the United States, born and bred citizens. We don't deserve this. No one asked for it. And we need to set the firm example that hopefully would be shed to Western Europe so Western civilization itself can be saved. If you do not, if we do not, we are going to live in a society where there are constant threats and constant riots going on a constant basis throughout the United States. These people coming from these cultures do not get any jail time, do not get any repercussions to them. When they get out, they tear shit up and cast rocks. And eventually in the U.S., it'll go from what they normally do is rock throwing and concrete throwing to pistol shooting and rifle shooting. And it may be too late then. So Trump is not doing nearly enough with this right now up to this point. This needs to be brutally, brutally crushed. This is an invasion. Whether it was done under the pretense of being legal or not makes no difference. We have so many foreign nationals in the United States wreaking havoc, hurting our kids, stealing from us, destroying our properties, assaulting women, stealing from us, peddling dope to our children and adults. And it needs to stop, and it needs to stop now. Martial law of some type, and the most at minimum, the Insurrection Act needs to be fully installed this week, not next week, this week. Sitting back and using this as political points to damage the already dying Democrat Party is not worth the American citizens to suffer for. So, irrespective of the political aspects of this, we should hold no bearing in this. This is the safety of our U.S. citizenry and our country, and that needs to take predicate over every other thing. So I'll finish this by letting you know what a protest is. A protest is where you go down to City Hall, your county offices, your township, and you pay for a permit, and you have a designated area to protest in. When you don't do that, and it's just a merry band of people getting together, that is an unlawful assembly, an illegal assembly of people. And then the moment where more than one starts throwing rocks, doing graffiti, damaging property, hurting authorities or private citizens, it is at that point that it is a riot. That is the definition. That is the law in the United States. So what we are experiencing is a small portion of U.S. crazy people, insane, mentally ill people, that believe they are liberal, but they're not really anything other than anarchy and chaos, and a big portion of illegals that aren't even our citizens destroying our country, and they need to be imprisoned, the whole damn lot of them. And they need to be deported, the whole damn lot of them. So I'm going to leave that at that.